JRM Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of WPIAL High School Basketball, produced by JRM Video Productions.
Welcome to Sewickley Academy High School as we get ready for the WPIAL playoffs from Win Palmer Court. It's the number 2-seeded Sewickley Academy Panthers hosting the number 15-seeded Bentworth Bearcats here on the Sewickley Academy Sports Network. And welcome courtside, everybody. I am Matt Forgan, joined alongside Damon McDermott. WPIAL first-round action in Class 2A, the Sewickley Academy Panthers, who were in the postseason a year ago and had a first-round exit, but now high expectations for the Panthers as they're vying for their 6th WPIAL basketball championship, and that road continues here tonight.
Yeah, Matt, and they're back. I mean, you got a first-year head coach. They're playing so good basketball this year. Won 8 of their last 10 games, and they come in with a lot of momentum, a lot of size, and we'll talk about that. It's going to be a hard task for Bentworth going in here tonight.
Let's take a look at the WPIAL playoff bracket at this point. And there you see number 2-seeded Sewickley Academy. They waited for the Bearcats. They had to win a play-in game. That was the 15-18 game last Thursday. The Bearcats winning over the Rams of Southside 64-40. A big win for the Bearcats. Their first playoff win since 2008. And, Coach, his 200th win.
Yeah, Bob Kennedy gets his 200th win. He's been with Bentworth for over 20 years. He's done such a good job. Finally has some momentum. A lot of these juniors and sophomores are playing really well. And you'll see right here, some keys to the game. Bentworth, you got to trust a 3-ball early and often. We talked about beforehand, if you want that Cinderella story, you got to shoot hot. And they also got to play fast and use their speed. You got to cause turnovers. They like going full court press. For Sewickley Academy, don't forget what got you here, Matt. You know they got great length, good defense, just like their coach. And then you got to trust your guards in that full court press.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups for this first round matchup between the Bearcats and the Panthers. Ryan Mosner, Chris Harper, Ben Hayes, Lucas Burt, and Ross Skurbitz for the Bearcats, and for the Panthers of Sewickley Academy, Caden Battles, Amari Spencer, Lucas Grimsley, Nolan Donnelly, and Adam Akimba. Actually, it will be Mamadou Kane in the lineup for Adam Akimba, the freshman getting the start over the sophomore to get us going here in this first round matchup.
So both will be in the game a lot. We know they run 10 deep.
And it will be Mamadou Kane winning the tip for the Panthers. We're underway in the WPIAL first round. 2A title. And the Panthers make their way to the Peterson.
Just a little bit of a size advantage on that jump ball, man.
That will be the battle inside all day long, and we get a whistle away from the basketball.
Right on cue.
Yep.
That's going to be Lucas Burt, and I mean, he has a tall task tonight. You saw there, he's literally hugging him. He's going to try his best to defend inside against Sewickley, but when you got 2 6'8" guys, nice little jump hand with the left hand right there, an easy 2 points.
Mamadou Kane, the freshman, first points of the night here from Win Palmer Court and Sewickley Academy.
I mean, they have Division I college size already here in its high school basketball, and they're sophomore and freshman.
The youthfulness is what surprises you about the Sewickley Academy team that went unblemished in the conference schedule. Shot from the foul line that doesn't fall there for Ben Hayes. Pushed up the floor. It's Caden Battles, point guard for the Panthers. Turnover there, that will go back the way of the Bearcats.
If you're Bentworth, you got to battle through. You knew Sewickley's going to come out hot. They've been playing some really good basketball, but so have you. You got to try to settle down a little bit, hit some early shots.
Burt in the corner, contested by Kane, and the ball finally finds its way for a jump ball. Bentworth will maintain possession with the arrow. 6:50 to go in our opening frame.
So impressive there. You have Mamadou Kane guarding the perimeter, doing it just fine.
Three that clangs off the rim. Harper could not find it, but they do find the rebound. And you talked about how important it will be for Bentworth to be able to shoot the three and shoot it effectively. They want to stay in this bowl game. Skurbitz runs the baseline, comes up empty. Kane was there. Mamadou up the floor to the far side of Grimsley. Cross-court pass that got intercepted nicely there by Burt. And then it goes, throws out of bounds, and it will be Sewickley basketball.
Right there, just playing a little bit too fast. Again, best team you're going to see. You did play against Greensburg Central Catholic. Played way better in that second matchup, but the size, seeing that for the first time, you're just trying to rush back up the court and get a good shot, get an early turnover.
Sewickley averaging, giving up a WPIAL best, just 38 points per game. Step inside the arc, they kick it out to Spencer. Back outside, Mamadou inside at the elbow. Kane one time, no, gets his own garbage and recycles.
When you're that tall, sometimes you can just throw it back to yourself, get yourself an offensive rebound, and put it right back in. Again, Burt's playing good defense, but he's giving up 6 inches. You can only do so much there.
Yeah. Panthers up 4-0. Opening moments of this opening round of the WPIAL playoffs.
Bentworth, you'll see a lot of Harper, a lot of Hayes. Again, they're going to have to shoot well beyond the arc here tonight to stay in this one.
Those two combined for 47 of the 64 points in that play-in game on Thursday, the win over Southside. Driving is Harper. Harper contested amongst the trees. Out of bounds off of the Panthers. Bentworth maintains it. Damon, you mentioned the first-year head coach and Mike Isolino, an assistant coach with Robert Morris previously.
And if you want to listen to him, drafted 35th overall in the NBA, shot 40% from three. I mean, you'd listen to a guy when he walks in the room, and we both know him. He kind of commands a room when he walks in. And his team kind of has that same gritty defense-first mentality that I saw going to Robert Morris and working at RMU. Him and Andy Toole, they're all about defense first. And you can tell from this team, they're going to block a lot of shots, and you're not going to get a lot of easy layups, a lot of easy shots. And first year, you can tell that his team already plays with his personality.
And they're right on cue. There's a steal. As it got popped out, Nolan Donnelly forced the turnover. It came out to Mamadou.
Sometimes I know what I'm talking about. Every once in a while.
Battles to the far side. Amari Spencer. Nolan Donnelly, the lone senior in this starting lineup for the Panthers. Mamadou trips and falls, courtesy of a foul, according to the officials. And a second one for Lucas Burt of the night.
So here again, Burt's just battling down low as best as he can. He's giving up a lot of size. Feet get tangled up. You got to at least move outside of the key there. Gets over the foot.
Grimsley drains a triple. The junior gets the first one from outside tonight.
He can shoot it. We said they have a really spread out offensive attack. A lot of people are going to score for Sewickley, but Grimsley can get hot and give you 20 at any moment.
Another takeaway there by the Panthers. It's Spencer. Corrected that last foul. Went against Skurbitz for the Bearcats. Halfway gone here in the first. Corner to Grimsley. Stop and pop. Doesn't fall. Rebound cleared away by Burt. Led it ahead to Harper. Harper dishing. Wasn't ready for it. Was Hayes. We moved it outside. Bearcats still looking for the first points of the night.
Again, a little bit anxious every time they get the ball so far. Again, you're dealing with a lot more size than you're used to seeing, and the speed of Sewickley Academy so far. Just got to try to settle in here, run a couple set plays.
Around the horn one more time. Harper on the drive inside Skurbitz. Throws it away. Chasing it down is Grimsley. And Grimsley lays it home.
I think it was a rim grazer. He's going to say it was a dunk. It was close. He'll talk about it like it was a dunk tomorrow in geometry class.
Grimsley has 5 of the 9. Pass inside, and there's the bucket for Ben Hayes and the Bearcats on the board.
Nice cut inside. You got to beat them with speed. There's the first 2 points. Now you got to somehow slow down Sewickley Academy from getting this ball back inside.
Donnelly, one dribble, right side of the lane, kicked it outside. Grimsley, who floats it into Mamadou, who banks it off the window.
Looked like he almost wanted an alley-oop there, but he'll catch it and just put it right back up.
Bounce pass that is chased down for a moment, but then out of bounds right in front of us. Lucas Burt could not chase it down, but the Panthers figuring it out no matter if it's from outside or inside so far.
And what's scary, if they get that 3-ball going too, that's where it becomes, what do we even guard at that point when they go down low as well? And right when we talk about it, Ikimba comes in the game. 4. Now you have 2 6'8" guys down low at power forward and center. So, again, you can't double them both.
Adam Ikimba, the sophomore, he gets in, and that's Mamadou putting it in for 2.
Really nice footwork down low. That's what's so impressive. He's young, and that footwork looks good already. And with Izzy Lino going to be able to coach him up, he looks like a D1 talent already.
No doubt. I mean, when you're that tall, that young, sometimes you don't have the legs. You haven't.
You got to grow your
Bambi.
body.
Yeah, you kind of got that
Look at this
mentality. But Mamadou showcasing it all on one trip up the floor. Mamadou Kane.
Big man with a crossover and a Euro step. You're like, what is going on here watching this game?
Travel on the Bearcats. And slow to get up is Mamadou.
See, look at the move by the big man. A little step over using the right hand. A little soft touch. He's going to come out. It looks like the wind got knocked out. Got a knee on that charge right to his stomach.
That'll bring in another freshman, Rob Southall, 6'3", so he's a short guy on the team.
Yeah, you know, that's got to feel a little weird walking in. And I joke all the time, you want to feel short, just go on a court of a Division I game. But here, you can just go to a high school game and feel short. And that's what's scary for the rest of 2A. There's so many young guys on this team, and they're only going to grow together and get better.
In every way, spinning there is Ikimba, too high off the window, but he gets his own rebound. Will go up against everybody and battle for 2.
Take one big man out, let the other one start to eat right there. Get your own offensive rebound, battle through 3 guys, and get another point.
Fading away there, wouldn't fall for Ben Hayes. And Amari Spencer pulled down the board with a minute to go in the first. Three on the way and rims out and almost rimmed back in for Connor Toll, but official timeout.
Something on the floor, but Southall got the offensive rebound. He gets on the board for the first time again, and Southall, again, he's a freshman, and on a lot of teams he would probably be starting, and he comes off the bench, 6'3" forward, doing a nice job as well. Again, this is good for a lot of these players. Only 6 were on the team last year who got playoff minutes, Matt. Even when you're up like this, it's good to get experience and see this full court press right now by Sewickley.
And it forces a turnover. Connor Toll was causing the turnover. Mamadou and Toll, members of the Round Ball Classics Futures game, underclassmen game. Of course, anybody knowing Western Pennsylvania basketball knows the high, pristine nature of the Round Ball Classic. 20 seconds to go here in the first. Sewickley comfortable with taking this down. 10 seconds. Battles with 7. Spencer to Tall inside, take it away, and it will be the way. The first comes to an end with Sewickley Academy leading to Bentworth 19-2 after 1. You're watching it all here on the Sewickley Academy Sports Network in NFHS.
This is Jess. She loves to run. So does Jade. And Jen does too. And while they all love running, at AHN Sports Medicine, we know they each need a little something different to get faster. Our doctors and specialists pinpoint that difference and make a personalized conditioning plan to improve Jen's stride, and Jade's endurance, and Jess's form. Because at AHN Sports Medicine, we see you.
You can shop for pretty much anything online. Clothes, food, vacations, you name it, all without ever leaving the comfort of your couch. Finally, banking can be just that easy too. With the all-new FMB e-store, you can shop for hundreds of financial products to manage your money, all from the comfort of your couch. From clicks to bricks, we've got you covered. Experience the FMB e-store in branch, on your phone, or online at fmb-online.com.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
WPIAL basketball playoffs continue here from Sewickley Academy and Win Palmer Court on the Sewickley Academy Sports Network and streaming worldwide on the NFHS Network. With Damon McDermott, Matt Fargo here with you from Sewickley tonight. Panthers.
Time of year, Matt. We got playoff basketball. Again, talented teams all over in the WPIAL this year. This team right here up by 17. It looks like Sewickley is going to get their first foul on a rebound. But, Matt, what an exciting time of year. Me and you love it. We got all these talented teams. We're going to showcase you on the NFHS Network and everywhere else. And the big block.
How about Adam Akimba with the rejection? That ball was out of bounds on the other side, so no foul call for the Panthers, who are unblemished in that department to this point.
Matt, this is a team that you think might win it all in Section 2.
I don't think there's any question that they are one of the favorites. I think the good news is you never know what you're going to get out of a youthful squad when the playoffs come around. Mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Panthers got to the first round, lost to Jeanette. But as we've mentioned, there's a lot of youthfulness, and a lot of those guys didn't play in that game last year. So this is their first playoff experience. So you really never know how it will attribute as we get deeper and deeper into the playoffs. But there is no question they are as talented as any group in the field. A travel here before the basket by Adam Akimba.
And that's why they're up by 17, but you can hear they're still getting coached very hard. It's like this game you might be able to make some mistakes, but as you go into round 2, round 3, you got to really limit those mistakes. But we're also talking about freshman and sophomore. There's going to be mistakes no matter what. You just hope that talent outshines it.
Yeah, a great quote from Mike Izzolino when I was talking to him earlier today. He said he has something that he looks at before he goes to bed, and he says, remind yourself that they're 13, 14, and 15 years old, which I think is something that we all should accept.
Absolutely. Watching
high school sports.
And, again, he's been a head coach or associate head coach in college ranks.
There's a triple. Drew steals.
So I guarantee it's been an adjustment for him, too. He's used to coaching 18 to 24-year-olds where you can be a little bit more harder on them or they're going to get it a little bit quicker. But what a job he's done in his first year going back to the high school ranks.
And you said it at the top of the broadcast, Damon. Sewickley's back. I mean,
it's unbelievable. You talk their bench, I think, would start for some teams. They are just so talented, and they play team basketball. That's what's so impressive to me.
There's a block. That steals. He's only 6 foot, and he got the block. And, of course, only tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, there is so much size out here. And, again, it's not size where they're not really moving well. They're moving well, too, and that's where it gets just dangerous all over the court.
Catch and shoot, Grimsley. 3 is good. And Junior drains one. It's 25-2. Back up the floor. Mosner misses. Kicks it back outside. Returns the favor in the corner. Hounded by Akimba. And it's going to be a foul charged to Adam Akimba.
See a couple scores here again. If they get that three-pointer going early, it becomes very dangerous for everybody because you are just so focused on protecting the rim and trying to box everybody out. But if they're hitting threes and they can get some offensive rebounds, it just becomes a very tall task for any team here in the playoffs.
We talked about the expectation and how good this defense has been, but Sewickley is coming off of their highest offensive output of the season, scored 77 against Leechburg and a 77-29 win in the regular season finale. They scrimmaged South Fayette here 3 days ago.
It's always fun to figure out who scrimmaged who, how sharp these coaches are trying to be. And it's a little secretive, too. They don't want anybody to know what's going on. So that's a great tune-up game.
Mosner throws one towards the basket. Comes up empty. Rebound, it's Mamadou Kane. And Kane gives it away to Drew Steele.
And that's a great example right there. You kind of rush that shot. A lot of times you're going to make that, and then you just have no second chances against this team. They're going to get the rebounds.
Steele tried for his second three of the night. Couldn't come up with it. Board goes to Burt, pushed up by Harper. Harper on the left hand. Bounces it into the corner. Skurbitz hits a dribble.
That might get them going. And Harper's the one that kind of makes it all go. Really nice pass there. He's used to scoring a lot, but there's a lot of extra attention on him tonight, trying to get some teammates involved here. We talked about this is a Bentworth team that got better throughout the year, man. It's just they're facing a force that might not be able to get stopped. Really good double team there, though, to cause a turnover.
Yep. Long pass ahead. Harper lays it up and in. And a timeout. Sewickley Academy as Alino isn't happy with his squad. We'll step aside as well. 3:35 to play in the second. And Sewickley leads it 25-7.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by American Dairy Association Northeast. Your milk comes from a good place.
Welcome you back to Sewickley Academy and Win Palmer Court. Namesake now of the late Win Palmer. Won WPIAL and state championship gold as the head coach and athletic director of the Panthers. Had this court refinished last summer.
And it looks awesome.
Beautiful.
It's unreal. And how many times can you say a team they miss another layup, gets it back, puts it back up, but you're up by 18 and you call a timeout because you're upset how they're playing in the second quarter so far. That kind of shows you what kind of excellence they're expecting from Sewickley Academy going forward.
And I'm sure for Coach Alino, he's not looking at the scoreboard right now. It is a possession, coaching a possession. Type mindset.
He is just when I met him in college, same way Andy told coaches, he looks like he's guarding on defense sometimes, how he's barking out orders.
Three is hit from the corner pocket for Christopher Harper. Harper has 5, cuts the deficit to 17.
Averaged 15 throughout the year, really grew that second half of the year. Harper's showing he's a really good player.
Donnelly one more time.
He's left wide open, but again, Harper drives the bus for this team. He's been getting some extra coverage here tonight, but 5 points, answering back well here in the second quarter.
The other thing, learning about the Sewickley Academy team is it's so deep. I mean, Caden Battles back out there at the point. Connor Toll hounding the basketball right now.
And that's going to pay dividends. There's going to be a little bit of injuries in the playoffs. Everybody's going to get winded. You might get foul trouble. If you can trust your 9 or 10 guy off the bench, that is going to help a lot.
Not enough on that one. Off balance shot by Hayes. Mamadou up the floor.
Big man just wanted to show he can dribble a little bit. Coach was yelling to get it out of his hands.
Mamadou in the lane. Fades away at the foul line. Oh, wow.
His head coach is shaking his head. I don't think he wanted that shot, but, I mean, you got to show off the post moves a little bit, I guess.
Goodness. High post, no less.
He's just so skillful. I'm just so impressed. When a big man like that, sometimes you can just tell they just use their size. I mean, the footwork is great.
That one rolls out of bounds. 50 seconds to go, first half. Amari Spencer returns, and Jameer Guyton returns, or checks in. Another freshman.
Yeah,
there it is.
We're both thinking of it because, I mean, again, he's talented enough. He'd be a starting point guard in a lot of teams. And you'll see that they're going to keep the foot on the pedal here, and any of these guys can fill up the stat sheet because, again, this is high school. They want to score too. So these freshmen, it is just unbelievable how much roster depth that Sewickley has this year.
Battles, drives on the right hand, yes.
Had Mamadou there if he wanted on a pick and roll, but he ended up doing a floater with his right hand. Really good decision. And again, with all these talented players, it's hard for battles. You got to kind of distribute the basketball, not get everybody upset, but he does a great job. He's a good leader out there for Sewickley.
15 seconds to go in the first half. Osner on the right hand, moved it near side. Harper with 2, Harper with 1, and he'll get it to go with the buzzer.
What a nice shot for Harper at the end, getting the defender to fall down. Cashes in.
And that's the way the first half comes to a close, with Sewickley Academy leading 33-12. And Mamadou adds to it. We'll come back with more. Stick around with us. Sewickley Academy Sports Network and the NFHS Network on our WPIAL playoff coverage.
There's something special about this time of year. Spirits are high. The season is right. You can feel it in the air. It's fun. Made better with friends. Better with family. Better outside. And it all starts here. Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Growing up at Sewickley Academy, every single step is a giant leap towards extraordinary, where students are excited about school and develop a love for learning. Our early childhood students begin their adventure here in a world of discovery and wonder, building, creating, and stretching their imaginations, sharing curiosities, and kindness. We help each child with routines that build self-confidence. We lean into learning through exploration, allowing time to observe, question, and reflect. Through personalized attention, we see firsthand what excites them to learn and create lessons from the things they're most interested in, exploring new vocabulary to help communicate thoughts, developing math skills to problem solve, and even discovering talents and passions. Many steps are taken each day, and we make every one count. Sewickley Academy, intentionally extraordinary.
Finna make common sense cool again. No tripping, I'm the man, caught slipping. I'll be 20, 30, 50 high. Something to send to Uncle Sam. No, it's hitting fans, only so in fertile land. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Check his post, he ain't got it. Send plans, more than likely, she about it. What he posts, more than likely, he ain't about it. Caught a wave. Now we finally making noise, y'all quiet, y'all timid, y'all shy, Illinois, put in work, finally got it sound, we got it, Illinois, y'all ain't even got no poise, y'all know, I'm the boy, I'm the boy, I'm the boy.
You're always on the winning team with the Power of Bowser, the official car dealer of the WPIAL. Visit powerofbowser.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to find your perfect vehicle. Get the absolute best price and the best car buying experience around. See the full lineup at powerofbowser.com. Powerofbowser.com, where the power of Bowser is yours.
At Sewickley Academy, we blend a classical education with an eye towards the future. Growing up here, students benefit from continuous innovation and endless creativity, helping to build their character and confidence. Where they are free to experiment in an environment that encourages collaboration and sparks imagination. And where learning goes beyond the classroom walls, balancing structured academics with play-based experiences. Every student's interest is cultivated from the first day to inspire a lifelong love of learning, with guidance that fosters independence, goals, and skills. Growing up at Sewickley Academy means building a solid foundation for future growth and development, where students become who they're meant to be. Sewickley Academy, intentionally extraordinary.
At Penn West University, we're making college make sense again for people who maybe thought college wasn't the answer. We're making college practical with programs tied to in-demand jobs that prepare you for success right away. We're making college accessible by breaking down barriers and offering more choices. We're making college approachable with faculty who understand where you're coming from and help you get where you're going. At Penn West, we're making college valuable again for people just like you. Learn more at pennwest.edu.
Stay connected with all the action. Follow JRM Sports on X, Instagram, and YouTube. Get the latest highlights, exclusive content, and behind-the-scenes moments from your favorite sports. Don't miss a second. Follow us today.
Welcome back inside Sewickley Academy and Win Palmer Court, where the Panthers of Sewickley Academy lead at 33-12 here on the Sewickley Academy Sports Network, streaming worldwide on the NFHS Network with Damon McDermott. Matt Fargo with you, and Damon, a dominating performance in the first 16 by the Panthers, and they were doing it in all facets.
Yeah, like I said, if they start shooting the ball well, too, from beyond the arc, which we know they can, and they're so well balanced. You're seeing in these highlights almost a different player every single time scoring, and then defensively they are just all over the place, blocking shots, getting rebounds. Right there, you see the big man with a little step-through, right-handed move. Mamadou Kane is showing exactly why a lot of people are very excited about his game, and it's just going to be hard. They're going to be a tough out for anybody. I've been very impressed so far, and they are just so well coached. They gave up 4 straight points. There was timeout right away. Like, guys, this isn't going to fly the rest of the playoffs. We got to fix this. And they did right away. So, and again, they're young and they're hungry, and they are going to be a fun team to watch the next couple of weeks.
I have a feeling, and I don't know that I've had it very many times watching a freshman play in the postseason, but you know, it's one of those guys. Mamadou Kane could be one of those guys that, you know, 4 or 5 years from now, we're talking about, we did his first playoff game as a freshman, the way that he's been playing.
And again, he's not done growing. He's still growing into his body. He looks very comfortable, though. The footwork, again, when you're that tall, it's usually you don't see the footwork right away. And, I mean, he looks so comfortable down in the post. If I am any local college, I am calling about Mamadou Kane right now, and I am talking to him for the next 4 years. So, because you look at him, you're so impressed everything that he's been doing so far. So every college, start calling about Mamadou Kane.
Underway, Bentworth has a possession to begin his second half of action. 2 seed, 15 seed. First round action of the WPIAL 2A playoffs here from Sewickley tonight. Same starters out there for both sides. And Sewickley forces a turnover, and Mamadou was on the scene. Give credit there to Caden Battles forcing the turnover.
Again, Caden has a really tough job, all these talented players trying to be the point guard, and he has been doing a great job here tonight and all season.
Jump ball. How about Nolan Donnelly on this play? Up 33-12, still diving on the floor to save a possession. Have a look.
Don't have to waste a timeout to jump the ball. Just the effort. And that's especially when you got young guys. If the effort's there, you can teach a lot of things. If they're ready and they're hungry, they look like they're not scared of anybody this year.
Battles here to the Grimsley. Tipped off a hand, but Mamadou was there to save it. That one rolled right back out to Battles one more time. Guarded by Hayes.
Really good defensive possession here by Bentworth, but this is where you got to double and try to get a steal.
Got it into Donnelly. Donnelly got it blocked as Lucas Burt got his hand in there.
Again, Bentworth's not going away. They're trying their best here. They know they're a little bit outmatched, but you got to be impressed with the fight so far. First playoff win since 2008.
Under 22nd year head coach Bob Kennedy, who won his 200th game in that playoff play-in game on Thursday.
Again, they got a lot of young guys too. I feel like this is a really good learning experience for them to kind of show, like, hey, if you want to be the best, this is exactly what you got to strive to be, this Sewickley Academy team. But what a season for Bentworth again. Second half of the year really turned it around.
Finished 500 in Section 1, 7-7, and then 11-10 with that play-in game win. They were 10-10 coming into the postseason. Reverse.
What a move.
Beautifully done, Amari Spencer.
And yeah, this Bentworth team, again, talk about Sewickley Academy, how good they are. This team beat Clairton, and that was a huge win for their program. There's Harper missing one, but, I mean, this team played so good in the second half. Watch out.
Mamadou on the left hand.
He's very kind to the rim. If I was that tall and that athletic, I am cramming that every single time, but I bet he gets yelled at for it sometime.
Hayes to Skurbitz. Bentworth playing the possession game. They averaged 48 points a game, but average giving up 51. And Panthers on their way to that as a three from the wing is drained by Ben Hayes.
There's their leading scorer. You got to try to get him involved in this second half, and he loves shooting it behind the arc. And it's been so hard to find a good look. I mean, Sewickley's always chest to chest with you when they play man-to-man defense.
Donnelly inside, traffic out there. He'll kick out, three in the air, and it's good. Caden Battles.
So much attention down low. Your guards are going to get open shots. If you can knock those down, Sewickley's going to be a tough out for anybody.
Three attempted by Harper, and he answers from the wing.
Matt, you got to love the fight from Bentworth. We talked about it. You could have went into that second half with your head down. They're coming out here still battling, shooting some threes, down 22.
Catch and shoot three. Grimsley off the mark. And it started to pick up offensively on this beautiful job by Amari Spencer.
There's the one. I mean, I think he just, I'll lay it up. I thought he was going to, maybe he doesn't want to take down the rim. Then the three started falling. Good fight here by Bentworth.
Kimbo awaits the next dead ball, trying to check in. Almost got his pocket pick there. Amari Spencer almost got it. Still guarding and got Spencer to leave his feet, but comes up empty, and Spencer comes up with the ball.
You can see why they're the best defensive team in the WPIAL. Every shot is just so difficult, doing such a good job.
That shot by Kane misses the mark.
As you can tell, Sewickley, again, they're taking a couple uncharacteristic shots so far in this second half. Just got to take your time. You're up by a lot, but again, this is a first-round matchup. Second, third round, it's going to get a little bit tougher.
And they've been in dominating games much of the season. 11 of their 17 wins are by 22 points or more. Ironically, right now leading by 22.
Right there. There's just a couple miscues. Nolan Donnelly, they had 6 on the court there for an extended period of time. Nobody really subbed out anybody. So, again, just try to get The troops back in order. You're doing such a good job in this game, and that's one way to do it.
A steal by Ikemba, and Ikemba misses. Will regroup or try to, but gets it taken away. Back up the floor. It's Harper. Harper goes coast to coast and then is charged with a charge.
How about taking a charge when you're up by 22 points? You know you're going to take some contact there. Really nice play. Harper just going fearless to the bucket. Needs to try to get 2 points, but again, nice job to take a charge there.
Southall back on the floor for the Panthers. Coming up on 3 minutes to go here in the third. Southall stops and kicks it back outside to Battles. Carry is called on the Panthers.
And that might be Battles' first mistake. I've been very impressed how he kind of commands the floor right there, just a little bit of extra pressure. He carried it, but he's doing a great job here tonight.
Battles a junior.
One of the veterans on this team. That's what they probably joke with him about.
Expected to be that leader as driving was Burt. Comes up empty, and carry on the other end there, it looks to be.
Bart there, really good move, but when you got a defender 6 inches taller than you again, he thought he could get a layup attempt there, but the size. And
delay and a two-handed flush. Adam Ikemba.
We were hoping for some dunks. There's some dunks. I mean, they're being very polite to this rim so far.
Probably had a rough season. Down on the right block, back outside. Burt penetrates on the right hand, up and fouled. And haven't seen too many trips to the line, but
that's going to be their first trip.
Let's take another look at this slam.
Get him jumping in the air. Just a quick dunk, get it right back down. Got to get right back on defense. But another good inside move for Sewickley Academy.
Connor Toll back on the floor.
Now you got to wonder in practice, too. These two are probably getting each other better when it comes to Ikemba and Mamadou. I mean, they're going one-on-one against each other. They don't get to face other guys that are 6'8" every day, but when you get to make each other better every day in practice, probably why that footwork's got so good.
Oh, it's a perfect time to put on a show. Aiden McMurray comes in for Bentworth. Perfect time to put on a show as Drew Joyce, head basketball coach for Duquesne University, in attendance tonight. He was a point guard on LeBron James high school team at St. Vincent St. Mary's.
First-year head coach for Duquesne.
Of course, well-documented run by the Dukes a season ago.
I was very jealous as an RMU alumni.
Right. And, of course, we mentioned the connection of Coach with Robert Morse, but he was also an assistant at Duquesne.
Yep.
He's done the gauntlet.
And Drew Joyce probably appreciates watching this game. I mean, they play very organized, well-balanced basketball.
And now the officials have a disagreement on whether or not this would be on or not.
But I guarantee you who Drew is looking at is a couple of the big guys down low. And, I mean, there's some other players all over the court, too. But, I mean, those two kind of catch your eye right away. And they're going to take a timeout. Sewickley Academy is real quick here.
1:51, and we're talking about the connections for Mike Isolino and what he has done in his coaching ranks, but he was also one heck of a player. Take you back to 1991. He was selected by the Dallas Mavericks, spent 2 seasons.
He could shoot it.
And he could.
Average
really 9 points a game.
Yeah,
2 seasons.
40% from 3. And I wonder if the players have looked up some YouTube highlights. You know, as soon as they know that's your head coach and he played, that's the first thing they do. Look at that, taking it to the rack. I mean, and we look at him now, he looks like he can still play. I bet he still gets some practice a little bit, runs the court. But the highlight package, I mean, if we show him this, he might hang this up in the locker room tomorrow. Lucky number 13, beyond the arc. But it does make you feel a little bit better as there's Coach right there. I known him from his RMU times, first year at Sewickley Academy, doing an awesome job. And again, it's hard going from college to high school kids and professionals at one point as well. But
and a travel called that will turn the ball over to Bentworth out of the timeout. So
if we get him at the end of the game, if he finds out that we showed those highlights, I mean, he's either going to love it or hate it. It's going to be one of those. But
I mean, for a guy that's 5'10",
too, to make the pros like that,
and then of course went overseas. After that, here's a foul on the other end.
Played at St. Francis too. How many guys can they say they played at St. Francis and got drafted in the NBA?
In the second round.
Yeah, in the second, 35th pick too. I mean, just awesome story. And it's awesome that he stuck around here all this time after. And now he's helping the youth here get molded. And I guarantee him and Drew will have a nice conversation after this game and have some laughs where their journeys have taken them so far. And it's great to see Pittsburgh hoops thriving.
Put-back opportunity after the foul does not fall. Panthers chase down the loose basketball, and a foul there as it looks like Colbert's going to pick up his second.
And this is how Bentworth's been trying to get back in games. This is what they did against Southside Beaver. They'll go full-court press, cause some turnovers, but they're facing some ball handlers that have pretty much seen everything this year, so they're drawing some fouls.
Yeah, the second-seeded team out of the section in Sewickley's Section 2 was Northgate, and their only two losses in the section were to Sewickley Academy. They went 13-9, and the Flames on the other side of the bracket as the 5 seed. So they got a lot of respect for a 9-loss team, but Northgate's out-of-conference schedule was impressive.
Yeah, and we can always have that debate if you should be facing tough opponents non-conference because it makes it a little bit harder to make playoffs. But, I mean, the resume helps itself out when it comes to that. And, I mean, Northgate will be ready to go, and so will Sewickley Academy with a couple of their non-conference games.
Chris Harper's going to go to the line. Foul goes against Adam Kimba. Nice crowd on hand here at Sewickley tonight. First time in a long time. Actually, I think this might be the first Sewickley Academy home playoff game. Because back when the playoff runs were strong in the Sewickley days, it was immediately neutral site. They didn't get that first-round home game. That was a COVID adoption.
And they packed it up here tonight. Beautiful new gym. And you got to think, especially like a Sewickley Academy, alumni all stay connected. You hear about how talented this roster is, and you get excited for the playoff run. And it'd be awesome to hang up another WPIAL championship banner in here.
Panthers break the pressure. Tall here. Drew steals. Back to Tall.
This is really good teaching adjustment here for Sewickley Academy, seeing a full court press from Bentworth.
Steals another 3. That's off. Rebound out of bounds off of the Panthers. That was Grimsley last to touch it. 34 seconds to go in the third.
Trust me, every team is going to throw everything they got at these guys. So, again, seeing a full court press early on in the round 1 will definitely help. And Bentworth still fighting down 21.
Bearcats. Mosner with 15 seconds. Harper drives. Got that one blocked out of bounds. Combination of steals and Grimsley.
Harper's been fun, though, for Bentworth. He's definitely a spark plug.
Harper with 5 seconds. And throwing up, it got partially tipped there by Grimsley. And that's the way the third comes to a close here from Sewickley. WPIAL 2A, first round action. Sewickley 42, Bentworth 21. Our fourth quarter here on the Sewickley Academy Sports Network. Back after this.
Stay connected with all the action. Follow JRM Sports on X, Instagram, and YouTube. Get the latest highlights, exclusive content, and behind-the-scenes moments from your favorite sports. Don't miss a second. Follow us today.
Yeah.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Uber Teen Accounts. Introducing an Uber account for your teenager. Scan the QR code to sign up for an Uber Teen account.
Welcome you back here as we get ready for the fourth. Take a look at the WPIAL 2A bracket. You see the one-seeded Greensburg Central Catholic Centurions and Shannock Lancers over on the 4. Sewickley could potentially wait the Jeanette Jayhawks, which
It'll be a fun storyline.
Would be. Team that knocked them out of the playoffs a season ago in this very round. Bearcats start with the ball here with the 4th with Damon McDermott, Matt Fargo here with you. Sewickley Academy Sports Network. Bringing you all the action of this first round playoff matchup. Panthers have controlled it wire to wire. Final 8 in store. Driving right now with a whistle as McMurray was walking. Lucas Burt returns for the Bearcats. And whether you're head coach Mike Izzolino or assistant coaches Greg Sircone, who's had his fair share of great teams that he was a part of. He was on the Lincoln Park staff with Malik Thomas just a season ago. And Mike Fitzgerald, the other assistant coach for the Panthers. Steele on the other end, meanwhile, at a foul as the Bearcats get the Panthers a little too handsy.
You talking about Malik Thomas? You were talking about domination in high school basketball. Last year, seeing him play Hampton in the finals. But I'm telling you, this Sewickley team, there's some 3, 4, 5A schools I think would have some serious trouble against these guys. So, again, a long tournament run, I think, is going to happen for these guys. You can tell, again, defense first. Only 21 points for Bentworth, a team that has 2 really good scorers.
There's a 3 on the way. Off the rim, no good. 3 missed by Harper. Back up the floor, Southall. Over to Steels and to Battles. And Ikimba gets in on the action. Here's Battles pulling up inside. Pure.
Doesn't get talked about as much as some other guys on the team, but again, he's been awesome tonight. Not a lot of mistakes. The shots he takes are always smart shots.
That shot by Hayes doesn't fall. Rebound by the Bearcats inside. It's Burt. Too much on it off the window. And a clear away rebound by Grimsley. Pushed up the floor, Steals. And to your point of the emphasis that's been put on defense, I mean,
it's unreal.
They are clearly capable of just running and just running you out of the gym.
They could. We did that game last week.
That's another 3. It's Drew Steals.
But we did Beaver Avonworth. I mean, 2 teams that just have 120-mile-an-hour speed.
Right.
And this team, they could definitely play like that. But, I mean, that's just not how they're structured. They are going to beat you with defense first, and they're going to make you pay when they get the ball back. But to me, that's almost better because there's going to be nights you're not going to shoot the ball well. There's going to be nights where you're going to have some turnovers. But if you defend well all night long, you're going to be in the game the whole entire time.
Layup it in for Ben Hayes, who has 7 points tonight.
Average is 16. You got to think that's been the hardest 7 points he's ever scored in his life, a guy that can fill it up.
Southall. Freshman puts in his second bucket of the night. And a foul out of the baseline. And a questioning Adam Ikimba, who will be the one charged with this one.
Ikimba, that was hilarious because he looked at the ref like, I'm just big, I'm not blocking. What do you want me to do? I'm not, like, there's nothing I can do there.
You're just in the way.
Yeah, I'm in the way. I'm playing defense at that point. So every once in a while, I will argue the big guy, they give more fouls just because they're so much bigger than everybody in high school. So you do have to play a certain way. But that one was funny.
Pulling up at the elbow. That one off the mark from Battles. And Mamadou back into the game and showing the finesse.
Little Euro step. I mean, what can this guy not do? I mean, he's just going to get better throughout the years. Drew Joyce is over there. His eyeballs are probably 3 times as big as they were when they locked in. He goes, who is this?
Yeah, and then you realize he's a freshman.
Yeah, I got to wait 4 more years.
Guyton returns, another freshman on this Panther squad. Where's 10? Goes inside to Burt. Burt blocked. That was Ikimba with the denial.
I'll give Burt credit. He keeps going after it, but I mean, it's a tall task.
Yeah.
But he ain't afraid for some contact down low. Yep.
Clock was not running, and the official indicated why isn't it?
So we got some signs tonight. Looking nice in the crowd.
Yes. A lot of Lucas Grimsley fans.
Mike will give you a couple one-liners.
Yeah, he's good for it. There's Ikimba. Harper in traffic.
That was a bold pass. That almost worked. I mean, that was a laser off the hand of Harper. I like his game, though. Again, he's coming back next year, too. I think this Bentworth team is going to do even better next year. They're losing 1 starting senior. Other than that, they have 4 young guys. And Harper, again, throughout the year has got better and better. And now they're discussing, I'm pretty sure, the mercy rule. That's where the clock dilemma became
30 points.
Effect, and it is 30 points, so it should be a continuous clock the rest of this game.
1,000 timeouts. Only time that it should stop for the next 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Bentworth knew it was going to be a tall task. I said they battled back in the second quarter. We saw some bright spots in the third and the fourth, but
Kimba drawing contact. 2 shots coming for Adam Ikimba.
When you got that going to the lane, I mean, it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
But again, good season for Bentworth. 200 wins for Bob Kennedy. First playoff win since 2008. Those are 2 things you can talk about all season long or after the season in the weight room and get everybody motivated for next year. And again, they have 4 guys returning to the starting lineup next year. And if you're Sewickley Academy, you talk about this game for about a day, look over film, and I know from their head coach they're going to be right back in the gym ready. As we did hear that Chartiers Houston was up by 9 the last time we checked, and that would be their second matchup on Thursday.
Tull returns after the conversion there by Ikimba on the first at the line, and Southall also back in for the Panthers. 5 WPIAL championships for the Panthers. They'll look for their 6th. 04, 09, 10, 17, 18. So a pair of back-to-back titles for the red and black.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, but you might get back-to-backs again.
Yeah. That shot off the mark. Rebound cleared away by Ikimba. Just saw there's just going to be a timeout for substitution. Nolan.
It's only for the substitution. So the clock will keep running.
Also checking in, number 31, Isaac Samari.
Isaac Samari, freshman, seeing his first playoff action in his career. Here's Tull for a triple. Good. Connor Tull.
He cracked a smile real quick. Nice shot there. He has a really nice jumper. We saw it in the pregame. We saw him come in the game earlier, and he was ready to shoot that right away. Really nice shot. And again, the scary depth of this Sewickley Academy team. This is pretty much a 9th grade team on the court right now.
Yeah, that's his first WPIAL playoff points of his career. Mosner back outside. Burt driving, lost control of it. And last touch by the Bearcats.
And this will make his coach proud. Nice shooting for him right there. Nothing but net. You can see why they're so excited for so many different guys on this team.
Chris Toll checks in. And at 30 to play. Southall on the baseline. Southall, a good move. Donnelly with the rebound, and he's up and fouled. He'll go to the line.
Freshman got very excited. I think he thought he had enough room to dunk that. He was about to try, but a really nice move. Now we're going to get some senior love getting into the game.
Matt Behanna. And Henry Latte, a senior, into the lineup and a fan favorite here at Sewickley.
It's awesome to see some seniors get in at the end of the games again. They're at every practice, every weightlifting session, and they're in the game. Try to get their first points of the WPIAL playoffs.
Turnaround shot that doesn't fall there for Urcho. Long pass to Donnelly. Donnelly underneath and up and fouled. Another trip to the line for the senior.
I think he's out there to babysit a little bit all the young guys. So you see some of the guys coming in off the bench, all smiling. Try to act serious, but you're just excited to get in the game. We were both there in high school sports. When you're a younger guy, you get in the game. Everything's going so fast. You hope you get a shot up. You know, nobody's passing up on a shot either, which is always hilarious.
You want to focus on the game, but you also got to figure out where your family is in the stands.
You got to wave.
Yeah, right.
Or you see that shot? All that stuff. It's awesome. That's one of the reasons why we cover high school sports.
There's a three hit by Matt Behanna. The junior hits a triple. He got it over to Latte.
They want him to shoot it. He wants to shoot it.
Tall back to Latte. And outside. And that's going to be the way. Tonight they're going to try to get it up for him. That looks just off. And that's the way it ends. Sewickley Academy advances in the first round of the WPIAL playoffs, 59-26 winners over the Bentworth Bearcats tonight.
What a dominant win. Again, a team that a lot of people are picking to win. This is the one check mark for them, and they got a couple more times to go. It's looking like Chartier's Houston. But, again, so impressed by how they played tonight, and they checked every box that me and you kind of predicted going into this game.
Yeah, great performance by the Panthers on home court, but it will become more challenging. It will be neutral courts the rest of the way. Yes. Coaches share an embrace. And we got Isolino joins us. Coach, congratulations. You're moving on in the playoffs. How's this win feel?
Yeah, I think, we did what we had to do tonight. We gave up a couple of too many threes that I wasn't happy about. But besides that, I think that, we dominated the paint. We dominated the boards. And I thought we did a great job of really getting wide open looks against their zones.
A youthful group coming into the playoffs. Know the nerves are going to be a part of it. How do you think your team fared in that department? Kind of a matter of unknowns coming into this one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we play 5 freshmen and our 3 juniors have only played in 1 playoff game. But I thought they came out with a lot of energy today. We got off to a great lead, and I think that kind of calmed the nerves a little bit when we got out to a big lead.
Coach, first year here at Sewickley Academy, I know you from your Robert Morris days and college. The difference of coaching high school and trying to settle these guys down for playoffs and how good of a season you guys had. What adjustments you go forward just to say, hey, we got to check off the box, go one game at a time?
I think the first thing when you coach these kids, you have to remember they're 14, 15 years old. So that's the most important thing, and you have to help them. Coaching is about helping kids. And that's what we try to do by preparing them in practice. I thought we had two really good days of practice, and we prepared really well for what they were going to do, and I think the guys responded really well to that.
Was there a point at this time where you're coaching possessions as opposed to looking at what the scoreboard says and just worrying about what your guys are doing on the offensive and defensive side, possession by possession?
No, not really. I talk to them about the internal scoreboard all the time. Don't look up at the scoreboard. Make sure that we're doing the right thing over and over and over again. When you got a lead, you don't want to take quick shots. That's not coaching possessions. That's just being understanding the game and playing the internal scoreboard. For us, really, I think the most important thing is our defense. That's been the mainstay all year long. We're only giving up about 38 points a game, so we've been really good with the defensive side of it. Sometimes your shots aren't going to fall. The one thing that I think we do really well, that's an incredible stat. Usually if you offensive rebound 30% of your misses, that's pretty good. We offensive rebound about 60% of our misses, which is an incredible stat. So I don't really get too worked up about shooting the ball a lot. I want guys to be aggressive. I want them to shoot it because I feel like we can go get it. But I don't deviate from the defensive side. If you're not playing defense, you're coming out of the game.
Is it challenging with the amount of talent and the amount of youth you have on the floor and on the bench to plug and play and to get these guys as many looks because the talent is up and down the lineup?
Yeah, I think the one thing that we've been great with all year is that, we've been able to play 10 guys. Obviously we missed Justin tonight, the transfer, because he's been a big part of our system all year. He comes in and adds a great defensive spark, and then he comes in and makes some shots. So we missed him. So some other young guys had to play even more tonight than their normal minutes. But I just think that you have to keep teaching them the right way to do things, whether you're youthful, whether you're talented. And I always say this, it doesn't matter if you're in the NBA, if you're in college, if you're in high school. It's really hard to win basketball games. It's never easy. If that was the case, if you just had enough talent, probably Kentucky would have 10 national championships. Duke with their great team with Zion and Cam Reddish would win. It's not about that. It's about teaching the guys the right way to do things and competing.
Coach, is there any challenge like you talked about? And we were super impressed here tonight with your defense. Every kid now, they watch the NBA, college, everybody's running 100 mile an hour up and down the court, and you're kind of teaching defense first. Is there challenges with that? We see it pays dividends, but telling 14, 15-year-olds we got to play defense first.
You know what? I think our guys have really bought into that, and that's something that is a non-negotiable. So if you don't play defense, you don't get to play offense because you're not on the court. Yeah. So that was corrected real early in the process, and whether you're in practice or the games, and it can be the first play or second play of the game. If you're not doing what we need you to do defensively, you just come out of the game, because the one thing you guys talked about is we do have some depth and we can put in some other guys. So sometimes that's a blessing, sometimes it's a curse, but right now we're looking at that as a blessing.
Message for your group going forward to Thursday and awaiting potentially Chartiers Houston or Shenango.
Yeah, just one game at a time. We try to keep our focus small. Even in the games, we talk about this. We talk about stop, rebound, great shot. That's how small our focus is. Stop, rebound, great shot, constantly throughout. We don't talk about a score, any of that stuff. We just keep the focus small, possession by possession.
Coach, congratulations. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Take care.
All right, Sewickley Academy gets the win here tonight, 59-26. And they are moving on to the second round. Damon, your final thoughts?
I feel like we just got coached. It's just so impressive. He's an awesome guy. I've known him for years. And just what he's done to this program and how they all buy in. Again, these are 13, 14, 15-year-old kids that are playing so good. Watch out for Sewickley Academy the rest of the way, and we hope we get to follow along the whole way as well.
59-26 winners, potentially awaiting Chartiers Houston on Thursday. Site and time to be determined. So stick around. Of course, keep it locked to all the Sewickley Academy social media channels to tell you when and where you can see your Panthers in the second round of the WPIAL 2A boys basketball playoffs. And just looking ahead, it could potentially be Jeanette or Ulsh or Clarendon moving on in that semifinal round. And Friday, February 28th, 5 p.m., the Panthers would love to have an all-expenses-paid trip to the Peterson Event Center.
Absolutely, but they're taking it one game at a time, just like their head coach said. And again, Chargers Houston was up, so we'll get that final here shortly. But that's who it looks like they're going to play on Thursday. And again, it's just going to have to, you got to check off every single box. And so far, Sewickley Academy, they got an A+ so far.
Consider this box checked for Damon McDermott and our entire JRM production crew. I'm Matt Fargo saying thanks so much for watching this presentation of Sewickley Academy basketball here on the Sewickley Academy Sports Network. 59-26. The Panthers take down the Bearcats. We'll talk to you next time right here on the Sewickley Academy Sports Network. Good night, everybody.